One on the unit.
Oh my God!
Kim, that guy was trying to take off with me in the car.
A new glimpse at the chaotic moments that unfolded at the scene in Brooklyn Center during the shooting death of Daunte Wright. This time coming from the body camera of the third responding officer. That officer was former Brooklyn Center Sergeant Mychal Johnson.
Now, he took the stand today in the third day of testimony in the manslaughter trial of Kim Potter. Our Paul Bloom lays out what we saw in court today.
If he had taken off with you in that car halfway, what would have happened to you? What would you think would be the worst that would happen?
Probably dragged.
Dragged and what?
Injured.
Seriously injured, maybe even dead, right?
Yes.
The third Brooklyn Center police officer involved in the attempted traffic stop arrest of Daunte Wright on the witness stand. Mychal Johnson, then a sergeant with the department, was positioned on the passenger side of the vehicle, where he was unable to see Kim Potter and Officer Anthony Lucky at the driver's door. The prosecution walking Johnson slowly through each and every moment of the struggle as Johnson reached across passenger Elena Albrecht-Payton, attempting to grab Wright's arm. Johnson holding the gear shift to keep the car from rolling, and then clearing out of the Buick when Potter yelled, "Taser, taser, taser."
And then I heard a loud pop.
And did you know what the loud pop meant?
I thought at the time that it was a taser.
In the end, Johnson would learn it was a single gunshot. He just 6 inches to a foot away.
Did you take out your gun and shoot Mr. Wright?
No.
Did you take out your taser and taser Mr. Wright?
No.
Johnson testifying under cross-examination that given the circumstances with a vehicle or resisting suspect and the risk of a fellow officer, the use of deadly force would be justified.
There's a statute that says to avoid death or grave bodily harm, you have a right to use deadly force, correct?
Yes.
Johnson's body camera was still rolling, capturing the scene aftermath, including an anguished Potter. Her fellow officers were so concerned she may harm herself, Sergeant Johnson secretly unloaded the holstered firearm on her belt. The defendant visibly crying, shaking, watching with jurors Friday before court ended early because of the snowstorm.
And testimony wrapped up a little early today because of that snow. And Paul, who do you expect to testify next week when everything gets underway again?
Yeah, Tim, well, the medical examiner was all lined up, ready to testify late today when Judge Chu ended court a couple of hours early. So we certainly expect to hear from the medical examiner's office, medical evidence, autopsy. We still also have to get to the state's use of force and training experts, as well as Daunte Wright's father, to talk about spark of life and what he meant to his family. But make no mistake, next week, all eyes, all ears on the defendant. At some point, when the defense gets this case, we expect Kimberly Potter on the witness stand.
All right.
I'll just send it back to you with that. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, and a reminder that Fox 9 is streaming gavel-to-gavel coverage throughout the trial. You can catch that when it picks up again Monday morning, right at about 8:50 on fox9.com and our YouTube channel.